The John Maxwell team and your host here on Fresh Start TV, providing real solutions for business success. My guest today is Diane Zidek, co-founder of badabing.com. Badabing.com.
Bing.
Well, welcome, Diane. Great to have you here today.
Great to be here again with you, Dave.
Thank you so much. So, with the advent of the internet and Google search and all these things, there's a whole lot of words and terminology that have come out since then, including bots. So what in the world is a bot?
Well, the bots that we talk about for Bada Bing are specifically right now for Facebook Messenger. So Facebook Messenger is becoming a really big player in the field of being able to engage customers for businesses. And it's so huge that one of the VPs over at Facebook has actually said that his goal is to make Facebook Messenger the yellow pages of the digital age.
Wow.
Because when you think about it, we're old enough to remember, and some people listening may not be, but it used to be your go-to if you wanted to know about a business, like you find a pizza shop or find an electrician or a roofer, you're going to go to the yellow pages and look up those listings. Well, now, and we're just in the beginning parts of this, but that is the goal. That you would go to Messenger and find whatever business that you want. So if you're a business and you're not using Messenger, you need to start using Messenger. And the way we do it with bots is a really unique way to get engagement and drive engagement.
So is bot short for like robot, AI, artificial intelligence? Does that tie into this?
Somewhat, but it's not fully AI. It's not that there's an AI program running in the back. So that's a little bit of a misnomer. What is happening, though, is that the business can actually sort of code or program, and that's that we do at Bada Bing, is code a response for a business, so that if someone would go to their website or to their Facebook page and hit send message, and there's a variety of ways that you can get into a bot, and we could talk about that too. But once they're inside of it, it just means that someone is saying, hey, welcome to our store. We're so glad you're here. What can we help you with today? Do you want to buy socks? Do you want to buy a computer? Are you looking for, whatever it is that the business is offering? And they start developing their own journey. So they respond with what they want, and then it goes down different paths that are pre-written, that the business has totally, gone over this and made sure that their message is exactly what they want. So each person that engages creates their own journey and gets the same message every time.
Wow. So as you know, I've been a business owner myself for years, as well as worked in the corporate world. And so I've spent a ton of money on advertising, a lot of the traditional old school stuff, radio, television, magazines, the high school yearbook cover. and so this is a new way, if I hear you correctly, to get in front of your prospects, customers, and leads, so forth, and to get leads. So I'm a business owner. I want to advertise. So why, again, should I care about Facebook Messenger and be using these messenger bots? Clarify that a little bit more for me, please.
Sure. So if you're a business and you want to advertise, one of the ways that I do and I promote is, another part of my business is I do Facebook advertising. Well, in the past, what we have done and what we continue to do is have an ad, have a compelling offer that someone would want, put it in front of the right audience through targeting, and then a person would generally click on that ad and they would be presented with a landing page. And they would get an offer, the congruency of the ad to what's on the page. They would most typically put in their email address and name, phone number. Then they would receive an email that had that offer, whether it be a coupon or do something else, download a PDF, etc. Well, with Messenger, you can completely eliminate a lot of these steps, because you can actually run a Facebook ad and have the person click on the ad, click the send message button that we placed right on the ad. And once they do, they immediately are a subscriber to you, meaning their Facebook profile information, who they are, their Dave Henning, for example, you go into my bot and you click that send message, my bot starts saying to you, "Hi, Dave. We're so glad to connect. What can we help you with?" Well, your information is already in my dashboard. I know that it was you who did that. And I could start asking you additional information, such as, "I want to send you over that PDF, or I want to send you over that coupon right now. Is this your email address, Dave?" And it pulls it from the background in Facebook. You don't have to type it. You could just, the person is on their phone. Most of these are, mobile traffic is very heavy. "Is this your email, Dave?" And Dave sees his email, and he just taps it. And then boom, it goes into my database. So I have that information. I can do the same thing with phone number. I can ask them, some other things. "What's your favorite color, Dave?" "Blue." I have that about Dave. So use your imagination of the what you could collect. And of course, you want to do this in a proper way. You have to write this out carefully and decide, what you want to give, because you want to give value. Those things have not changed. You got to give value. You've got to provide for your customers what they're looking for, et cetera. Those are all true. But the technology now is such that we can lower resistance, we can gather information, and the customers and the potential clients are actually happier because they are defining their own journey within your bot.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So as you mentioned, this is where we do business right now on mobile devices. Mm-hmm. And so what I hear you saying is that this either replaces or supplements the old email autoresponder series kind of stuff, and is really a huge shortcut. But it sounds like it creates an atmosphere of conversation, so that you are building people knowing, liking, and trusting you, and having, as well as having authority. So how does this compare in open rates, for example? We have email open rates. We track all of this stuff. How does it compare?
Well, it compares very significantly because, and I just want to say, with the idea of the replacement, it's not quite there yet, because we still do those things. We still are going to use landing pages, and they're appropriate in certain situations. But the complementing of doing both, kind of getting them on Messenger, having them have the conversation in Messenger, but also we can send them at the same time emails. So we're getting them in multiple platforms. We can have them in the email actually click on buttons that bring them back to Messenger. So both. But to the open rates thing, this is huge. This is a huge thing, because Messenger open rates are actually at 80-90% compared to email, which, compared to email, which is typically, if you're having a good day as a marketer, 20 to 30% is like, wow, I'm getting a 20-30% open rate. And maybe, when they open it, okay, you might get clicks, 5 to 10%, something. But with Messenger, they're clicking and they're seeing your information, seeing your videos, even buying with it. They can actually purchase and be sent to different places to make purchases within the bot. So you're getting 89% click-through rates, and then you're getting 60, 70, sometimes a percent of click-through or click rates within what they've opened. So the open rate's 80 to 90, and then 60% click-through. So it's phenomenal compared to just using email alone.
So as you know, I've been in sales all my life, selling stuff, but yet I'm like everybody else. I love to buy, but I don't like to be sold.
Correct.
So if I hear you correctly, this is really cool information. So you're creating a conversation that, depending on how they answer it, can go in different directions. Exactly. And you can find out what people want, need, and are looking for, and build that relationship over time, or even in a short period of time. Does that sound about right?
Yes, and what's cool is once you've established, you start, you nurture the relationship. And so if someone got into your bot, so let's say from an offer on a Facebook ad, and you just gave them the offer when they came in, and you welcomed them, and you said, here you go. Maybe it was a downloadable PDF, and you might say, hey, I have this 4-part series of training that I would like to give you. Would you be interested in that, Dave? Can I send that to you? And they could say yes or no. And if they say no, you have another trail that says, okay, no problem, and what else could I help you with? But if they say yes, you say, okay, wonderful. Tomorrow I'm going to send you the first part, and you're going to love this because blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, they get that in Messenger again, and that open rate is then in play still. So they're going to open up, wow, look at this cool video Dave just sent me about how I can grow my business. He's really awesome. I love this information. I can't wait for tomorrow, So you can set up sequences that fire in Messenger similarly to the way you do in email. But again, you're using the open rate, so it's fantastic. And you're nurturing, and you're being playful, and you're building your relationship. It's more like pretzel marketing, because in the past it's been the funnel. You have the funnel, it goes from the top of your prospects and comes on down. Well, now it's more of kind of a pretzel, I've heard described this way. And it makes sense, because one person may no, I want to go over here and look at this. And someone else is like, no, I want to look at this. And you've written it all out, and it's all automated, so they can find their journey. And also, the best part is the business owner, and this is what we do at Bada Bing, you can tag what they were interested in. So you have all these tags in the background. That means if you, Dave, were interested in business development, and another option was something like how to speak on stage, I'm not going to send you how to speak on stage stuff, because that's not what you said you wanted. I'm going to tailor my conversation to you so that I give you what you want, because you told me what you wanted, and I have that in the database. So it's spectacular.
This is really unique and really quite amazing. At first glance, when you say, oh, I'm going to use a bot, it's all automated, it could sound like, well, you're manipulating people. But no, it sounds to me like it's actually just the opposite. You're giving people flexibility to tell you what they want, instead of hiring somebody sitting in your office and doing cold calling or answering clients' questions before you know what they really want. You're actually have an automated way of doing this that is ethical, honest, and fair. And that's what you do, is you build these out for clients. And what are the different kinds of industries, either brick and mortar businesses or online entrepreneurs or direct marketing people, MLM people? Who would be some of your typical clients, for example?
Well, it runs a gamut. So a business that has a presence of physical products, let's say if you are selling makeup or selling fishing equipment or golf supplies or something like that, this is perfect for them, because you could actually set it up so that you give the person an offer on an ad, let's say, and they come in and, what are you interested in today? I want to buy, a case for my fishing rods, or I'm interested in buying fish. I don't even know if they make cases for fishing rods, but something like that. Or I want fishing equipment, or I'm interested in clothing. So they pick whatever they want, and then they can go on that journey. So those are great for physical products. Then on the other hand, if you are someone who's doing digital products, where let's say you're in marketing and you want to train people or give trainings, or maybe you're letting people know that you're having live webinars, what's cool about that is you can say, hey, I'm having this live webinar. They go to, click on the button, and you tell them, hey, here's some homework that I want you to do prior to the webinar, because in this way, you're really going to get the most advantage out of it when we get together on Tuesday, let's say. So they get the homework, and then you can actually even remind them, hey, in Messenger, again, the open rates, hey, our webinar is coming up tomorrow at 12. Have you done your homework yet? They can say yes or no. You could say, if you did, I'm going to give you this other special bonus video training. It's only limited by your imagination there. The other thing is service businesses. So let's say if you have a Medi-Spa or something, you're a plastic surgeon, or you're doing chirotherapy or something like that, you can have people, or even gyms, like, anybody who's in personal training. Any of these things, like a personal trainer, for example, is a great example, because they could actually ask people, what their biggest challenges have been. Oh, my biggest challenge is belly fat. I can't get rid of this belly fat. Okay, well, you're going to send them stuff about belly fat versus someone else who said, I want to run marathons. They're already in shape, so they don't care about the belly fat. They just want to learn how to have more endurance, and et cetera. So you could send them down those paths. The other thing with is a huge one, and what we're really getting into here at Bada Bing too is going to be restaurants, because restaurants have a unique opportunity to target people on Facebook ads within a mile radius of people who come into the restaurant, give them a really great offer, like, a free appetizer, free dessert, even contests like win pizza for a year or something like that. So once that person clicks, they're in the database, and we start following up with them, making sure they redeem their coupons, sending them reminders. And all of this can be done in the background so that that restaurant owner actually knows their exact ROI for how many people redeemed that coupon, how many came in, what their spend was. It's so good compared to like the old days of just sending out money val packs or money mailers, right, and a wish and a prayer that, hey, maybe someone's going to redeem my coupon. Yeah. You could track this down to the penny. It's very exciting for restaurants. So I could probably talk another 15 minutes about what you could do for every business, but any business, we give consultations on how this could work for you once we understand the offerings.
So before we get too far, speaking of consultations, let's just jump right into real quick. What website would you like people to take a look at and establish a contact with you, set up a free consultation?
Sure. You can go, my website is badabing.com, and that does have hyphens. So it's BOT-A-BING.com, badabing.com. On that site, you'll see all the various topics that I've just discussed. And then on the bottom, there is a place that you can actually set up a consultation. We do consultations for businesses so that we can see if we're a good fit, and that what we can build in a bot will make sense. And I love doing that because I'm really passionate about this. It goes hand in hand with Facebook marketing, which is has been my primary business. But once I started really understanding the power of bots, I'm like, boy, this is a match made in heaven. And you couple the two, and you're off to the races.
So what about the things like, I know in my coaching business, for example, what about things like setting appointments with the people?
Mm-hmm. That actually can also be done with the bot. So, and we have our bot set up that way. So one of the things you can do on the website is actually go into our Bada Bing bot, where you can see several demos. So it's like the picture worth 1,000 words. Actually experiencing it, I mean, we could talk about it, but when you actually go into it on your phone and you see, oh my goodness, how this is working, it's really exciting. So one of the things, as you go down, it'll say, would you like to make an appointment? And you can see it goes right into a calendar app, and then I get notified, and it's wonderful. So any business that needs appointments, such as hair salons or med spas, chiropractic, where you want to make an appointment, it can be done through the bot.
Nice. So what happens? I mean, this sounds like this could really go crazy if you're getting an 80 to 90% open rate, and you're targeting the right people who have what you're looking for, and you're building a list of hungry buyers, so to speak. This could go nuts. And I mean, how does a business owner who's running his or her own business and already working the American dream of 50 to 60 hours a week in the restaurant, how do they handle the traffic? Yeah.
Well, what's good is because of the automation, the responses and everything are handled there. But if you are in a business where, let's say you're in real estate, we haven't even talked about real estate, but that's another one where you could, welcome someone and let them know what you have to offer them as an agent. And you can say, are you interested in buying, selling, investing? What are you looking for? And that's all the segmentation. Well, what happens when somebody comes in and they've gone through the bot that is in there, and it said, the segments start adding up to, this is a really hot prospect. Like, this is someone who wants to buy yesterday. You want to get on the phone with that person. So what you could do in the bot is set it up so if there's conditional tagging, where if you've identified that this person is hot, it can actually notify you and say, Dave just did something that you want to know about. And you can open up that conversation, see what's going on, and then pick up the phone and get on the phone with them. So that's a a really beautiful thing because it cuts through the clutter, and you don't have to worry. All these other people are going through your bot, no problem. But you got that hot prospect, and you want to jump on the phone with them. You can notify yourself through the bot programming so that you can jump on the phone and get with them and make that sale.
So my imagination is kind of going wild right now of the options that a business owner or even a salesperson could use this and would have, even though they're not the owner. There's so many, and so this is really cool because I've always been into relationship selling, and I felt like if people get to know me, hopefully they'll like me most of the time, maybe. but so this is a tool that is powerful. So let me ask you this. What are people's options if they decide to hire you and use you for your Bing.com services? What can they expect?
Well, what they can expect is we will get on a consultation and sort of learn about their business and what offers have worked in the past really well for them, and that's usually the best kind of low-hanging fruit to say, okay, how can we automate this so that it doesn't it takes more work off of, gives you more bandwidth, but gives the person who's interacting with your bot a really good feel for your business and a journey that they define. They can have the information that they want, and then you have built this database asset. So we would do that in an onboarding and a consultation call, and then if it makes sense and the business wants to move forward, then we move to onboarding and then start drawing out. I kind of use drawing out kind of loosely because we're not really drawing, but we're diagramming out how this flow is going to be. What is the journey that the person's going to take, and how are we going to deliver the things that we want to deliver? So we onboard. That would be an onboarding call, and then we can get it set up and turn it on, and then we can start building a database. So that's how we do it.
I should have asked you beforehand, but I apologize. But is there any special offer that you would consider offering to people that are getting to know, like, and trust you from our interview today? Do you have anything that if they mention that they heard about you here, that maybe you could do a little something for them?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to do that. So anybody who has seen me on this thing, on this what are we on?
Whatever
Zoom?
it is.
Yeah, the Zoom. Yeah, wherever you're watching this, if you reach out and make a consultation with me, we'll give you 10% off services.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I would love to do that.
Fantastic. Well, so the website is the best way to reach you. Do you prefer to have people send you a text message or a call, or just go straight to the website and ask for a consultation? What's the best way?
The website is great. You can also reach me. I'm happy to give my phone number. I'm Diane, and my phone is 720-273-2713. And also my email is Diane@clientgiants.com. That's my Facebook advertising is clientgiants.com. So that's another email address that we can be reached at. So. Okay,
so let me repeat that. Your number, and they can text you as well, 720-273-2713. Did I get that
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Or Diane with one N.
One N.
Diane at clientgiants.com.
Yes, Client Giants, and it's Giants with an S on the end, so clientgiants.com.
Great. So anything else? Thank you. This has been a great interview. You've given us a lot of food for thought, and speaking of restaurants.
That's right. That's right. I'm so excited about those restaurants. As soon as I get off of this with you, I'm back to the restaurant marketing because I'm just so excited about it. But not to say it for the other businesses, but that's going to be hot.
Excellent. So anything that you would like to say in closing? Again, thank you so much. This has been a powerful interview, lots of information, very exciting to have a new way to include in an existing company's marketing, social media, as well as the traditional stuff. So anything else that you'd like to just say in wrapping up and closing that you'd like to mention?
Yeah. If people have heard about bots and they were saying, well, what can a bot be for my business? There are a lot of people jumping into this because it's kind of hot right now, where they're just like, build a bot. And they're not understanding the full breadth of what it takes to really craft an offer and craft a path. They're just like, okay, I'll build you a bot. Here you go. And you don't even know what to do with it. So you need a comprehensive strategy. You can't just go into it blindly and just, build me a bot. It won't work that way because of the nature of, you've got to really, it's about nurturing relationships. That has not changed. And as a matter of fact, it's even more important because of the fact that you can get so quickly right on someone's phone. You don't want to be interrupting them or giving them something that they don't want. They'll block you. You don't want that. So you want to be careful and you want to do it right with a great strategy. So that's my parting words. Whether you use me or someone else, just remember to do that.
I'm glad you mentioned that because my interview yesterday with a lady who is a Facebook Live expert, she has a client.
I saw that. It was really good.
Thank you. Yeah. She had a client that spent $12,000 on this very professional, fancy ad for Facebook and got zero results. Right. So, and I've been a victim of my own ignorance sometimes. of not, as you saying, not doing it right to get the right results. So, so I would just recommend to all of my viewers today, get a hold of Diane, check out her demos so you can get a feel for what we're talking about here on the website. And
demo for sure.
Yeah. So again, Diane, thank you so much for being with us today, and we look forward to speaking with you again soon to see how things are going, and we'll have an updated interview to see as you move along. I will mention that I happen to know, because I actually read your website, that you have two business partners, a combined history of over 30 years of experience with online advertising. So that's pretty strong.
Yeah, we're really pleased with that. Yes, my partner is Donna Ciccati and Aramis Castro, and Donna has been in marketing for, forever. I think since 2005 or so. And Aramis is a absolutely amazing copywriter. He's many other things, but that's one of his primary talents. And so with what I've done with Facebook marketing and my marketing experience combined with them, we're just so happy we have this powerhouse going, and I can't wait for the future.
Again, thanks again, Diane. This is Dave Henning, a business coach with the John Maxwell team, and your host here on Fresh Start TV, fresh ideas for business and personal growth and real life solutions for real businesses. So we'll see you again next time.
Bye, Dave.
Bye-bye.